All right, this is video 2 of finding maintenance, what that means, what we're doing next week differently. I brought in this guy who's my sidekick. Just kidding. Anyways, he's gonna
I'm your sidekick?
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys watched last week, I talked about finding maintenance and what that is and how I've been maintaining maintenance since the end of September. So I got on the InBody again this morning. Muscle mass, weight, body fat, all basically the same. So we're still at maintenance right now. The goal eventually is to lean out a little bit and lose some body fat. But before I do that, I needed to build up to a maintenance so my body's happy and metabolism is happy. So now that I've been maintaining the same amount of food for 4 months, I'm gonna try to bump that up a little bit and see what happens. And one thing that we always do when trying stuff like this, it's an experiment. So it's kind of like a learning thing. Not the same thing works for everybody. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna start slow and add in 100 calories next week. Why am I doing that?
Yeah, the not everything works for everybody type thing is true. The principles behind what we're doing are universal.
Yes.
So that's super important, right?
Yes.
The 2 reasons why it's super important to find maintenance. 1, to actually know what to make an adjustment from.
Yes, which I talked about last week. Yes.
2 is to create a healthier metabolism.
Yes.
So with chronic yo-yo dieting or extreme dieting or dieting for 4 days and then not 4 and then 4-7, blah, 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 blah. You basically confuse metabolism and what it needs to learn how to do. So what we want to do is we want to establish a consistent maintenance level so the metabolism becomes happy so that when you make an adjustment to it, the metabolism is ready to make an adjustment. In prior years, we've never taken a long enough maintenance phase, so when we made the cuts, they've had to be super dramatic for the metabolism to change to make the body fat lose.
Yes. And
right.
Yeah. Here's one reason why I knew I needed to do this is this summer I dropped calories and was kind of watching my food and trying to stick around 1800 and I wasn't losing anything. My strength felt awful in the gym, and so I knew I was at a point where I couldn't go lower than that or my body was really not going to be happy.
Yeah. And the bummer thing is it takes like
a long time.
4, 6, 8, 12, 16 weeks to get the metabolism happy enough and to really understand what maintenance is. So really what we're doing is we're finding the most amount of calories that will maintain body composition that's in line with output.
Yes.
So if I do this many steps a day, I work out this many times a week, I sit this many hours, what is the calories that make that performance thriving? Match the calories to it so the energy is high, right? And then you continue to use maintenance until you go to a phase where you're doing maintenance, outputs are the same, but then you start to gain fat. Once you've done that, you know that's my upper end of my maintenance.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what number is that, and with the past history of chronic dieting, it takes a very long time, and it's micro adjustments. So it's maintaining 2,200 calories for 3 months, and now maintaining 2,300 or 2,350, 2,400 for 4 to 6 weeks, and understanding, well, what does my body do with that extra calories? Does my body create more energy, which makes my workouts better and my energy better? Or am I actually in excess that is creating a fat gain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And once you find that optimal number for a happy metabolism with sustainable habits, now your buffer to drop is higher. And everyone says, well, I don't have a metabolism, I'm not hungry. It's because we're constantly 1200, 3200, 1200, 3200, 1200, 3200.
Right.
And the metabolism hasn't learned actually how to work.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why it's super important to really understand and be patient about what maintenance is and be honest about what it is and be okay with a little bit of not being as lean as we want to, because
I'm not as lean as I want to right now, nor have I been in the last 6 months. But this is a process.
It's a process, because really the end goal is she wants to get to a point where she can break 20% body fat while still actually eating food.
Yes.
We know that if we made her eat 1,000 calories for 6 weeks, she would drop below 20%, but it's not sustainable. Energy would be low. Lose her period, hormones would be jacked up, sex drive would be jacked up,
sleep would be awful.
Everything would be awful. So the whole goal is, if we can get to understanding 2,400 calories is maintenance, true maintenance, right? And you maintain that for 4, 6, 8 weeks, then you go, okay, I'm ready to start making adjustments. Well, now let me eat 2,100, 300 calorie difference. Everything else stays the same. I maintain that for 6, 8, 12 weeks, and my body starts to learn how to use the fat that's on my body appropriately and sustainable so that you don't gain that back and you can maintain 20% body fat forever at 2,100 or 2,000 calories. That way all the workouts and energy still stay on track.
Because that is the goal. I want to be strong as possible.
Strong as possible and active as possible.
Do all my crazy adventures.
Right, and we have
with energy.
With energy. Right.
Yeah. So this is going into week 2 of the vlogging. I'll keep you guys updated what happens next week when I step on the InBody with adding some more food in. And I'm keeping all like workouts and stuff the same. So again, the only thing I'm changing,
super consistent with all externals. All outputs are the same. We're only changing one variable. And
most importantly, I am still maintaining all of my basic habits of protein at every meal, salad every day, all the water, enough sleep, movement. Da, 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 da. Okay, bye.